Let's talk about this thing. Your steering wheel. The most important thing you have as a driver. Mastering this will make the difference between reacting to what the car is doing and making the car do exactly what you want it to do. And that's what drifting's all about. It's car control, and this is how you control it. This is the most important thing, yet it can be the most neglected because people tend to focus more on your footwork, on your shifting and everything, which is good. A lot of times people forget to come back to this. And when you're first starting out, I mean, there's so much going on, your mind is overwhelmed, so you're just kind of doing whatever, and it's not good. Basically, my goal when I'm drifting, and what your goal should be, and the way that I've steered over the years and always come back to, is 10 and 2. Just like your driver instructor in high school used to tell you. They're onto something. But that's, yeah. Basically, from here, you have full range of motion over the steering wheel. You need to make those minor inputs. Okay, you need to make bigger ones. All right, you need to just go all the way with it. You're good. Another thing this is good for is it keeps your hands not only where they need to be for accessing the steering wheel, but go into the shifter. Go into the e-brake or your hydro brake, whatever you have. My goal and your goal in drifting should be to always end up with your hands here. No matter how you get there, just end up here. If you're going to throw the wheel, end up here. You're going to do whatever you're going to do, end up with your hands here, no matter where you are in the drift. Let's say the car in front of you spins out. For whatever reason, you have to straighten back up. Real easy. You're going that way. Your wheels are like that, and you straighten back up. You need a shift while you're doing that. Okay, you can make those inputs all from here. Now, let's say you're full out to the right because, whatever, and logic tells you, okay, well, I'm going to the right, so I'm going to steer to the right. You're already kind of limiting yourself. You're binding yourself up. At least for me, with my driving position, my elbow is in my stomach, and it doesn't feel very good. And I'm already, not in a good spot. Let's say I have to shift. I have a lot further to go, and then my hands are like this. And then where's it going to go after I shift? Is it going to go back down to here? Yeah, no, don't, go for here. If let's say you're drifting, and you're in third, and you're in a decreasing radius turn, and you're sliding, you can easily go to second. Your hand is right here. You're tandeming. You're in a train of cars. You've got 5 cars in front of you and 4 behind you, whatever. And you need to get right up on the door, the guy in front of you. Okay. You need to use that e-brake to, finesse your line a little bit. You can still do this and still have access to everything. No matter how you get here, just get here. And you'll have full control. This should be your start and reset. Now, a lot of people will say that throwing your wheel is more dangerous than, holding onto it, tracing it, do whatever you want to do. I disagree. Jumping out of a plane will kill you. Jumping out of a plane with a parachute is totally fine. It depends on how you do it. If you're just throwing the wheel and not really thinking about what you're doing, just catching it and just doing whatever, okay, yeah, you're going to have some problems. When it's just me, I'm not tandeming with someone, I like to throw the wheel. And the way I throw the wheel is if I'm turning the wheel this way, well, I always throw it with a hand that's going down, and I keep the other hand ready to catch it at the 10 or 2 mark, more or less. So I'm sliding this way, and you throw the wheel that way. I'm going to throw it and catch it with this hand, because then I can immediately make all the adjustments that I need to. And if I want to, I can shift, because right hand or left hand drive car. If I'm throwing it that way, I'm going to throw it with this hand and catch with this one, because then I can make all the adjustments. I can throw it, realize that, oh, something's happening, I need to change my line, then I can grab it and immediately go back into it. Throw, you're immediately there to have access to the wheel. So this is from Piedmont, and the way Piedmont begins the course is you have a small straight, that goes into a tight-ish left-hand turn, 90-degree left-hand turn, that immediately goes into a 90-degree right-hand turn that opens up a bit, and then you go downhill and all that fun stuff. So the way I usually begin, if it's just me, I don't already have speed, I'm not like in a line of cars or anything, is I'll start in first, and as soon as I get into second, or like right as I'm getting into second, I'll kick the back end to the left and then swing it back to the right to go into the 90-degree left-hand turn and so on. It's like a mini manji, I guess, or like not really a feint. But actually, before I get into it, let's watch the first few turns. I think that's enough to be a good example. A lot of little things happen really quickly, and we're gonna break that down. So let's just watch it at full speed first. All right. Alright, so let's go back. Alright, so because I am pretty much going to be shifting and turning in as I shift, I've got my right hand on the shifter. Don't keep your hand on the shifter when you're driving or racing or whatever it is that you're doing, because you'll wear out the transmission. This is only for a second. Do as I say, not as I do. And yeah, anyway. So right hand's ready to shift. Left hand is at the, okay, so when I say 10 and 2, I say that loosely. It's more like 10 and 2, 9 and 3, 8 and 4, just around here and around here so that you have that full range of motion. You'll see me catch, in that area. So anyway, I've got my left hand ready to turn in for the first mini initiation. So I'm going, shifting into second, turning in. Oh no. But Gabe, you say not to catch it like this. Contradictions and binding up and whatnot. Yeah, I did. And I stand by it. So what I'm doing here is I'm putting my hand where the input would have been if I had started at 10 and 2. But since I was shifting, my hand wasn't here, so I didn't put in that input. I'm putting my hand there because I know that I'm immediately about to go back to the left and then catch it. If I was going to stay here, like I'm sliding, wheels are here, I'm going around a turn, I'm not going to, keep my hands there. I'm going to, reset. But that's, anyway, that's what's happening here. So turn in, throw the wheel, and now watch what my right hand does as soon as I throw the wheel. It waits. I've already got it there, waiting to catch the wheel. Quick catch, immediate input. Put in the input, catch, throw in, turn in. Throw the wheel, watch where my left hand goes, or what it does. It waits to catch the wheel. Now I've got both hands waiting. We're in hover hands mode here. Catch the wheel. Correct the line a little bit, the angle, turn in a bit more. And the same old story. Alright. Turn in. Throw the wheel. Have my right hand ready to catch. Both hands ready to catch, back into hover hands mode. Catch. And we're good. Oh! Did you see that? Where was it? Okay, that right there. Oh no, my computer's too slow to keep up. Oh, I've gotten too far. Anyway, so you've caught the wheel, you're putting in your inputs. If you know that you need to correct your angle, your line or whatever, and you're gonna stay at that correction, instead of correcting and then holding your hand here and doing everything from here, throw the wheel, let go of it, reposition it, reset your hands back at 10 and 2. It's a minor correction. You know that the wheels are going to steer themselves. Your hands are here. You can just do that and you're good. That's what happens here. Real quick, let go. Let the wheel do its thing. That's where I want it to be. Catch. And now I'm reset to put on my inputs from here. Now let's go full speed again for a bit. Turn in. Same old story. Okay, there we go. So this is where my hands are reset to. And my front wheels are almost at full lock right here, but my hands are still here putting in the input because this is the angle that I want. And the wheels have turned so much, so that it only takes this much more turn to hit full lock. You can see the wheel just kind of bouncing there because I can't go any further, it's stopping. But since I'm here, I'm not at full lock like this, I'm not doing anything crazy, I'm just, okay, let's go full lock and then throw it in. Alright, so 10 and 2, full lock, turn it in. And I mean, the rest is just kind of the same old again. Let's see. I don't think anything new is going to happen here. There's not much shifting, you just kind of stay in second gear here. Yeah. And that's pretty much it. So like I said, this isn't a tandem run. First time drifting forever, so I was just kind of doing my own thing this time around. Alright, and on this one, it's a really sloppy run, and it kind of shows you how mid-run it's really easy to make like very big corrections if you need to. When I initiate, I go in and I kind of wash out a little bit, straighten up, have to go back into it, and so there's a lot going on, and it's a sloppy run. But you can see how having good steering technique can really make it easy to just do what you need to do to fix a sloppy run. Like, everyone makes mistakes, so yeah. So let's watch this one. Oh, where is it? Have to really correct, clutch kick into it. While I'm making these corrections, of course you can shift down, clipping point, and yeah. Fun stuff. So knowing what you're doing and having a technique for your steering is going to make drifting so much easier for you, and yeah, it should be one of the first things you focus on. Okay, so now back to the car. Funny little tangent. Back when I used to autocross and I got into drifting, I was still doing both for a bit, and myself and a few other drifting buddies were also autocrossing. And I mean, with welded diff and everything, sometimes you just have to kick the car sideways. At one of the local clubs, organizations, in the driver's meeting, they began adding a little tidbit. This is a car control event. We don't want to see any drifting out there. Drifting takes nothing but car control. You need to know what your car is doing, where the weight is, where the weight's going. You need to know exactly where each corner of your car is. And that's not going to happen unless you have control of this. The most important wheel on the car, as far as you as a driver inside here are concerned. So, yeah, go work on your steering and do some crazy drifting so us photographers can have some really cool stuff to shoot and make you look as cool as you can be. At full lock, going crazy with your hand out the window.